Good evening, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So one topic that I actually get asked a lot about is musk fragrances, and a lot of times people will actually ask me, is this musk similar to that musk? Which one is the best musk? If you could only recommend one, which one would it be? And actually all of the musks I have in my collection are very, very different from one another. So I thought I would just make a video and dedicate it completely to talking about my musk fragrances. So if this is something that interests you, then definitely stay tuned. Also, if you haven't subscribed, definitely consider hitting on down and hitting the big red button so you don't miss any future fragrance related videos. And without further ado, let's get started. Also, you guys, I really apologize. I don't know where my head was yesterday or this morning. I honestly had the most stressful week ever, and when I made my video last night about my Bath & Body Works haul and my Sephora, I completely forgot to talk about the candles. So I did a full intro, told you guys it was going to be in there, put it in the title, and then I didn't talk about it. So I do apologize. So tonight we will quickly go over the two candles that I got from Bath & Body Works as well. And why don't we just start off the video with doing that and get that out of the way. Okay guys, so the first candle that I picked up from Bath & Body Works, which is one of their 3-wick candles, is the Sugared Snickerdoodle candle. I don't know why, but I have such a hard time saying that. So they obviously have a lot of really yummy gourmand candles there, and the reason I picked this one is kind of twofold. Number one, it's a delicious gourmand candle. It smells sort of like donuts or baking or cookies. I honestly don't know what a snickerdoodle is, so I can't compare, but it basically smells really sweet, and I think there's like some spices and vanilla, and it just smells like icing and baking, and it's really delicious. And then I also liked the color theme. I do try to pick my candles based on not only how they smell, but also how they look in my house, because I try to keep, obviously, as you guys can see, the same like color scheme throughout my entire house. So I like things to be very neutral colored and very light, and nothing too crazy in terms of color. A little tip I have is that if you don't like the label, you can just peel off the labels on these candles, and then you are left with basically just a white candle, which is what that one is. But that is the first one that I purchased. So this is Sugared Snickerdoodle, really delicious. And the second candle that I picked up is Marshmallow Fireside. And this is exactly what it sounds like it would smell like. It smells like marshmallows. It smells like a cozy fire in your house, like not house fire, but like fireplace fire, that's what I'm trying to say. So a fireplace, cozy blankets, and it smells like marshmallows. It's very sweet, it's very comforting and cozy and warm. And again, the colors do go really nicely with the colors in my house. So this has been one of my favorite candles from Bath & Body Works for many years. I think I've been burning this one every year for like at least 5 or 6 years. I also really like the flannel candle, and I also like just the plain fireside candle, but this is the one I decided to go with this time because I just don't go through candles that quickly, so I did only pick up the two. Okay, so today's video, as you can tell from the title, is about musk fragrances. So I often have people ask me, is Lovely from Sarah Jessica Parker similar to Kayali Musk? Or they'll say, is Narciso Poudree similar to Lovely? Or something like that. And I thought I would just do a video about my 4 most predominantly musk scents, because these are all musks, but they are all very different types of musk. And to sum it up and give you a massive spoiler early on in the video, none of them smell the same. They all smell totally different, and in my opinion, they're all worth having as well. Okay, so let's talk about Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely first. So as many of you guys know, this is one of my favorite bedtime scents, and I've put actually a pretty good dent in this bottle, considering I just started really getting into perfumes in March of this year, of 2020. So considering I have currently about 70 perfumes in my collection, I've actually put a pretty good dent in this bottle. So as you guys know, I love wearing this one to bed. This is a beautiful, feminine, pretty, soft musk scent, and I would say that out of the ones sitting here in front of me, this is probably the one most likely to not be pleasing. This is probably the one that most people would maybe be turned off by if they were going to be turned off by one. And the reason I say that is because this one smells, it smells the most sort of animalic and earthy and true musk. There isn't a lot in here that makes it mass pleasing or like something that any guy is going to say is sexy or 13-year-old girl is going to say is really nice. Like, it's just not one of those mass-pleasing scents, I don't think. But that being said, it's beautiful. And I think a lot of women around my age, I'm 34, I think a lot of women around my age would say that this is a pleasant, really nice perfume. So this does have notes of lavender, martini, bergamot, and mandarin orange. It also has patchouli, it has orchid, it has narcissus, it has woody notes, cedar, amber, and of course it has a heavy, heavy dose of musk. And what I mostly get from this perfume is a very fresh, clean, aromatic, slightly woody, musky scent. So it smells feminine, it smells pretty, it smells soft, and it's clean and it's nice. If you have ever smelt Narciso for Her, the eau de parfum or the eau de toilette, that is the closest musk that I can say that this smells like. It smells very, very similar to Narciso for Her. As I've said before, so much to the point that I don't see a purpose to buy Narciso for Her. I actually prefer this one. I find that the longevity in this one is maybe not quite as good, but I don't mind it because for me it still lasts a really good 4 to 5 hours, which I'm okay with because I just wear it to bed most of the time. So I don't need this to last me like 9 or 10 hours. It's not a bold fragrance. It's not the type of fragrance I would put on if I was looking for a bold fragrance. It's just a really pleasant, soft scent, perfect for running errands, just a fresh, clean, kind of out of the shower, really nice scent. So that is this one, a little bit more aromatic, a little bit more woody, not so mass pleasing is what I would say about Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely. The next one we'll talk about is Narciso Poudree, and that is because this one I think is the one that people most commonly ask me about, and they ask me, is this similar to Kayali Musk? Is it similar to Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely? Again, the answer is no, it is completely different. And the reason for that is that this one actually smells quite powdery. This is a musky scent, but it smells very powdery, even though there's no notes of powder in it. But somehow it comes across as very like makeup powdery, baby powdery almost. It's sort of like a sexy, slightly vanillic, cedary version of baby powder. I used to joke and say that if my grandmother went to Sephora, this would be what she would pick out because it smells very mature and it smells very soft and very feminine and very powdery. It does have a bit of a makeup vibe. It is a completely different smelling musk than Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely. This one in comparison to SJP Lovely, I would say is much more mass pleasing. I think that people younger and older would all like this. I think that this falls a little bit into the sexy category because it is very sensual and pretty and feminine and soft. And it kind of does smell like it has a little hint of vanilla in there, which also lends it toward the more sexy side. But still, I think this is just an everyday, easy to wear go-to scent when you don't know what to wear, especially in the evening, cozy, sweater weather, those kind of vibes, especially in the fall and the winter is when I really, really like this one. And yeah, so this is kind of like your powdery, slightly vanillic musk with also some woody notes. So it does have like that true Narciso cube, kind of a woody vibe to it. So that is Narciso Poudree. As the name would suggest, it's a powdery musk. Next, we're going to talk about one that I don't talk about very much at all, and that is from Clean Reserve, and this is Clean Skin. You guys, I absolutely love this. I was just in a Sephora the other day and I smelled all of the clean fragrances, and they basically all smell like they say, just very clean. They smell just very like natural and inoffensive, and they don't really smell like perfumes. They smell like perfumes you would spray on when you don't want to smell like you're wearing a perfume, but you still want to smell really nice. And this one, you guys, truly does smell like skin. It smells like clean skin. And the way I always describe it is that this one smells the way a man's skin would smell. I feel like it has a masculine kind of a vibe to it. I feel like this is the way a man's skin would smell after he gets out of the shower and he washed his skin obviously in the shower, and then you wait about 2 or 3 hours and you lean in close and kind of like stick your nose against his skin and give it a smell. That's kind of what this smells like. There's a little bit of leather in here, there's musk, there's praline. It's just subtly sweet, but still very musky and very skin-like. This isn't animalic though. It doesn't smell like dirty in any way, shape, or form. It smells just very fresh and clean and skin-like, and I love it. I think it's very sexy only because the smell itself reminds me of a freshly washed of somebody's freshly washed skin. So think about it like you and your partner, you have your showers for the night, you've watched a little bit of TV, you crawl into bed, and you stick your nose against their back or something. That's kind of what I get from this. And I think you probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just a little bit sweet, and it's just a really pleasant, clean skin, musky scent. And I really love it. I don't wear it a lot because I think this is a very good intimate scent, a very good close encounter scent, a very good bedtime scent. It's not like like something I would wear for day-to-day wear, but it's really, really nice. And it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, from the Clean line from Sephora. So I do still have just the 10 ml travel size. As you can see, I've put a little bit of a dent in it, and I do really need to make myself wear this more often. It's just that it reminds me a lot of my boyfriend, and so sometimes I feel like I don't want to wear it because I'd rather smell this on him. But that in a nutshell is Clean Skin from Clean Reserve. So totally, again, totally different kind of musk. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the last musk that I have in my collection, and this is Kayali Musk, and this is one of the newest ones. Actually, this is the newest one to my collection. I get questions about this all the time, people asking me, is this similar to Narciso Poudree or is it similar to SJP Lovely? Again, the answer is no, it is completely different from those fragrances. This one is different because this one takes it a little bit more into the floral direction, and it also takes it more into a creamy vanilla direction. So the one that this is actually closest to would be the Clean Skin. It's kind of like Clean Skin, but more vanilla and with a floral twist. It still is very much like a Clean Skin scent, but like I say, this one does smell a little bit more vanillic, and then this also has freesia and lotus. So those floral notes are not very strong. This is not a floral scent. This is first and foremost a musky vanilla scent. It is very pretty, very feminine. This also has a little bit of jasmine in it, and it does have sandalwood. What you mostly get with this is a very clean, skin-like, feminine vanilla musk. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite ones that I have sitting here in front of me. I love all of these fragrances, actually. You guys know that the Narciso Poudree is a lifer for me. SJP Lovely, one of my favorite scents again. But this one, you guys, is also really beautiful and also one of my favorite fragrances in general. So this one, I would say, is definitely the most sexy out of the ones I've shown you. I think that if somebody smells this on you, they're going to think you smell feminine, very soft, very pretty, and also a little bit vanillic. This is also a very clean smelling musk. It's not dirty, it's not animalic. It's just a beautiful, soft, pretty musk scent. And I'm actually going to just give it another smell here. This is honestly one of the best musks I've ever smelled. It's one of the nicest, prettiest musk fragrances I've ever smelled. And I truly do think that that is because of the vanilla that's in here and the sandalwood, and the fact that they kind of combined it with probably the most perfect combination of floral notes they could have picked. That, again, it's a completely different type of scent. These two, like I say, very similar. They both smell like Clean Skin, but the Clean Skin one smells more masculine, where the Kayali Musk smells like more feminine skin. So if this is your freshly showered man kind of skin scent, this would be like your freshly showered woman, but it doesn't smell soapy and it doesn't smell like body wash or anything like that. It's definitely a lot more feminine than the other one. And that is kind of my musk fragrances in a nutshell. So I hope that that helped clear up a little bit for you guys about which ones smell like which, if there's any similarities, which one might be right for you. Let's just kind of recap them quickly. So I think that the SJP Lovely is the most mature, probably the most aromatic and earthy of the musks, not as mass pleasing, not sweet, not sexy really. You've got your Clean Skin, which is more like freshly showered person after a few hours, just a true clean musk scent, and very, very similar to what skin actually smells like, but in like an intoxicating and intimate way. And then you have your Narciso Poudree, which is probably the most perfumey out of all of these. It's probably the most like, okay, that's a perfume. It smells a little bit woody, smells a little floral, smells a little bit like makeup, a little bit powdery. And then you have your Kayali Musk, which is just absolutely gorgeous and unique and divine and feminine and sweet and musky all at the same time. Yeah, so I hope that that cleared it up for you guys. Honestly, don't make me pick, because I would have a very, very hard time picking my favorite. If people ask me, you know, I can only afford one right now, which one should I get? That's a tough question for me to answer, but I think probably the safest blind buy between all of these is going to be either your Poudree or your Kayali. I think those two are the safest blind buys. I think those two are the most likely to be mass pleasing. This one is not quite a perfume. It's kind of like Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume. This is kind of like not really a perfume, just smells like your skin, nice clean skin. And your SJP Lovely, I think, is hit and miss. I think some people love it, some people probably don't like it. So that is about the best I can do in terms of talking about my musk fragrances. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you really enjoyed. If you haven't already, do head on over and follow me on Instagram, where you're going to see a lot of things there that I don't share on YouTube. And I will see you guys all again very soon. Bye for now.